Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to some EVE Online, and I must say patch day is a pretty good day to do some exploration. Look at that, 9 signatures in Nibale, probably one of the busiest systems in Solitude. So yeah, pretty awesome. I just found this vigil here, and I'm going to take the opportunity to test out the nerfs on the sentry drones, especially the guards, which have I think like a 25% lower optimal but an increased fall off. So let's see if this really becomes a problem here. What's already good news, I actually get hits at the same distance, and I don't have something that increases the tracking speed or the optimal range in the mid slots on this particular Ishtar. So alright, very good news here. I can still hit a Correlatis captain at 54 kilometers. Let's see how they do against a frigate next, because there is supposed to be a bit of nerfing on the tracking as well. So this is going to be a really good test, and a very nice sight to find, of course, as we just start our first EVE session after the patch here. So Corelli Guardian, let's see. Well, I'm still hitting it. It's a little, you do feel that it's not as good as what it was before, but in my opinion it is still working out quite nicely. Still 3 to 4 hits on these battlecruiser hulls at 50 kilometers. So it's not like this has been nerfed into the ground from the looks of it at the moment. I do think that the next room is going to be even more challenging to try and grab the Shadow Serpentis guy that'll warp in here. But that one goes down. Next up we also have a couple of small ones here, which, if I'm not mistaken, will also dampen me. So I gotta maybe try and put a single guard on these guys. Let's see if the decreased optimal is actually better for these guys. And there goes the damping, so I'm actually losing a little bit of targeting range now. But look at that, even at 14 kilometers on a small frigate, very nice hits. So honestly, is this really a nerf? Or are the guards gonna be able to hit targets within 10 kilometers with this? This could actually end up being a PvE buff for the Ishtar, at least for the high-sec combat sites here, because that went way more smoothly than what I'm used to when these frigates spawn. I usually have to switch out to small drones or something like that. And here comes the drug trader. So he's the trigger for the gate. That's pretty good. You can also see the new icons, of course. I think it'll just take a little bit of getting used to, and then we'll be alright. Let's take care of the drug trader first. Make sure he doesn't come too close or becomes a problem. And there he goes. Look at that. Pretty decent hits. And this is at 18 kilometers. So that's looking quite nice as well. Next up, Correlatis platoon leader. You can hear the gate here that has been unlocked, but you do have to take care of the final rat here as well. But first room, guard test, very successful. I actually don't feel like this was nerfed. Alright, let's return these guys to drone bay. Let's go to the second room. Oh, god damn it. And then they spawn. That tends to happen. So we get 2 frigates and 2 destroyer hulls. A little bit more visible now with the small bar below the frigate icon here. So all in all, quite okay. Let's take a look here at the hits. Look at that. All of them hitting perfectly at 15 to 17 kilometers. So I'm not seeing a lot of misses here. That watchman is down as well. Now they should all be on that guardian, and he still gets hit at these ranges. So honestly, for close range, these guards, they've become even better against small targets, if I'm looking at this. Ouch, I hope that this is not going to have an unintended consequence, because this feels like the Ishtar is actually going to benefit a little bit in efficiency on some of these sites. Let's take a look at the second room then. Here we go. I usually just let my guards choose anyway, because you do want one of those sentry towers that doesn't... well, let's maybe start targeting actually, because they're still not firing at me. Finally, there they go. So now, here go my guards, 35 kilometers. Still really pretty good hits here. So this is all working out quite nicely. Alright, let's get rid of these guys and try to find Tego Uriken as he spawns in. And that's much easier to spot now. This is the only cruiser on field, so I can just grab him. Then we'll grab his escorts, which are all of the small frigates. Well, this is also a little bit of an advantage with these new icons. It's much more easy to find specific targets. This guy gets dropped very quickly and efficiently. Now let's see how they do against these escorters. Why do you want to take care of these? Because they will actually scram you. So you gotta be just a little bit careful. But here comes the Serpentis medium commander rig, and it's Shadow Serpentis. So that's one of them down. I'm not feeling like any decrease in performance here. Look at that, one shot, an escort. Not bad, not bad. Let's also target the wreck here. Let's see if I can actually do the salvaging with my drones still. And this does tend to happen on these escorts. I'll bet that he's actually stuck here. Yeah, and then he does this weird stuff, which makes it hard for my guards to actually hit him. There we go, that one is down. The loot is in. Let's see. Oh my god, 67 million an implant. Really nice. Mid-grade snake. Awesome, awesome. Let's scoop this one to the cargo hold. Let's return these guys, do a little bit of ripping, and get the salvage drones running here. On that, let's also do maybe like a small orbit. But yeah, very nice first vigil. Honestly, patch day, and we've got 9 signatures in Nibale. That's quite unusual. Ishtar test, really nice. I'm actually happy with these guards compared to before. It's a lot easier to actually hit stuff at like 10 to 15 kilometers. So I feel that this is actually going to help the Ishtar. And yeah, pretty good loot as well for the very first. Let's head back to the station then, since we've got what we came for. Yeah, very good loot for my very first high-sec exploration combat site that I'm doing after the patch. I'm probably almost 70 million in the plus just from this if you add the bounties. So there you go, guys. First look at the patch, and for me it's looking really nice. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time.